All right, guys, weekly stimulus for the week of June 15th, Monday. So, Monday is a barbell complex. You're going to go ahead and do 3 hang squat cleans. So, you have to do the deadlift first to establish the hang. Then, you'll do 2 squat cleans that make contact with the floor. And then, you'll go split jerk overhead. So, the format or the time domain goes every minute on the minute for 3 rounds, 3 minutes. Every 90 seconds for 3 rounds, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And then every 2 minutes for 3 rounds, which is 6 minutes. So what we're really trying to do here is during the 3-minute EMOM, light and smooth on the weights, on the every 90 seconds, add a little bit more weight, moderate weights, okay? And then every 2 minutes is where you can get a little heavier, all right? Ideally, we'd like you to hang on to the barbell for all 6 reps. But again, we have some beginners and some other people that are still kind of working on this movement. So you can drop after the 3rd hang squat clean. You can do both squat cleans from the floor as singles. And then once you do that last rep squat clean, you'll just go overhead on the jerk, all right? Conditioning on Monday is every 3 minutes times 5. So really what we're looking to do here is get this done at least like right around 2 minutes-ish. So you get a nice minute break. Even 2:15, 2:20 won't be awful because it's only 5 rounds. But it's 14:10 on the bike, all right? It's 1 clean complex. So you can do whatever you want with the weight. You can start light and add weight. You can use a heavy weight. It's up to you, all right? So 1 clean compact complex of 3, 2, 1 jerk. And then 40 double unders or crossover. So we're trying to get all 3 of those movements done, all right, efficiently. And so we get a little bit of a break so that we can go ahead and do the same thing on the next round, okay? Large classes, coaches, stagger them by 90 seconds. They'll be out of the bike by then. Ideally, large classes, get people who are similar heights or adjustments on the bike so the transitions are nice and smooth, okay? Tuesday. So Tuesday, we have push press. This is week 1 for push press, but week 4 on the shoulder to overhead. All right. We're starting with, week two. All right. We started with 5 reps. We're down to 3 reps. Okay. All right. So 5 reps was last week. Use last week kind of like as a guideline. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. This is week 1. And week 1 is 5 reps. That's my fault. Coach's mistake. Excuse me. All right. Week 1, push press, 5 reps. So, on this, guys, all right, because we are switching from strict press to push press, again, it's week number 1. Feel out some reps that are kind of easy for the first rounds, and then make your weight changes accordingly, okay? All right, you guys that know what your weights are, all right, or you know what weights are heavy for 5, all right, make sure you can go ahead and build, all right, but don't start too light if you know what you're up to, okay? All right, after that, you're going to, and pull-ups in between, only 4 sets. So use the chart, figure out what you need to do for pulling. Rest 5 minutes in between the strength and conditioning. Death by calories here, but there's a twist on this one. You have a buy-in. So 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. You start on your dumbbell snatch, okay? Once you're done with your dumbbell snatch, all right, you'll get into the rower, and you'll go ahead and do 12-8 round 1 on an every 2-minute clock. Okay, so after that 2 minutes is up, all right, if you have any break time, or if you finish early, that time is your break, and then you'll move on to the next round. 14 dumbbell snatches, back in the row, 14-10. All right, so what happens is the calories go up by 2 every single round. So girls, all right, guy, girl, 12-8, 14-10, 16-12. Listen, at some point, it's going to be way too hard to get all the calories in. So what you'll do is for the remaining of the rounds, okay, you'll just go ahead and do max calories until the 1 minute and 50 second mark. That'll give you 10 seconds to get out, get to the dumbbell, and get rocking and rolling. Coach's large class is going to be on you here. All right. I don't think you're going to be able to stagger this at all. So you will have to give a substitution on the bike. All right. Deadlift. Week 1, 5 reps. Okay, so just like the push press, all right, we are on week 1 of deadlift. We're going to take you through a little bit of a strength deadlift cycle. So we did 3 weeks of touch and go reps. So just to give you guys an idea of maybe what weights are going to be good to start our progression on our deadlift strength. Because again, we want to see you getting a little heavier. We want to see you getting more comfortable with the movements so that we can go ahead and claim some progress on the deadlift as far as weight or positioning. 5-minute break in between, just like the push press, and then for time. So what this is, it's 2 movements, all right? It goes wall ball, burpee to target, wall ball, burpee to target, wall ball. Rest 1 minute, all right? Burpee to target, wall ball, burpee to target, wall ball, rest 1 minute, burpee to target, wall ball, burpee to target, wall ball. And guess what? The reps go up. So nice and steady. 1 minute is not a long break. All right, it's just not, especially after doing burpees and wall ball. So nice and steady on the first round of 12-9, 12-9, 12. All right, on the round of 12-15, 12-15. All right, keep it steady. On the round of 15, 12, 15. All right, start nice and steady, and then be aggressive towards the end. Okay, and that might be a movement that, hey, you know, maybe you break up the wall ball so it doesn't make the burpees feel so awful. This is going to be way harder than it looks. That is conditioning on Wednesday, so be prepared for that. Thursday is a 4-time, a 2-round, a 3-round, and then a 4-round progression, okay? The movements don't really, I shouldn't say that, all right? It starts with strict pull-up, okay? So if you can do strict pull-up 4-time, 15 strict pull-up, 15 box jump over, run 200 meters, look up at the clock, add 2 minutes, then do 2 rounds of 21 total bar, 12 box jump over, 300 meter run. Rest 2 minutes. Then do 3 rounds of 6 wall walk, 9 box jump over, 200 meter run. Rest 2 minutes. Then do 4 rounds, 3 bar muscle up, 6 box jump overs, and 100 meters on the run, okay? If you're a good runner, I would push the runs a little bit because you're probably going to have to make a handful of breaks on the total bar, the muscle up, the wall walk. So nice and smooth, all right, on the movements inside. But I think this is one of those workouts that you can push the run a little bit. That's just me. All right. All right. Friday is a long 36-minute EMOM. It has 6 movements. It's bench press, single dumbbell box step up, 50 double under crossovers, 12-9 on the ski, 14 single arm dumbbell thrusters. So full squat and press overhead. You'll do 7 on one side, then you'll bring it over and 7 on the other. And then 50-second on the farmer's hold. Guys, when we're trying to find out heavy farmer's hold for you guys, all right, you know, if you're not sure where to start on the lighter side and then add a little bit more. Because if you start too heavy and you fight through maybe 1 round, your grip is going to be totally shot, okay? So remember, you're going to have to hold the dumbbell on step-ups, hold the dumbbell on thrusters, hold the barbell, all right? It's going to be a lot. So start a little lighter on the farmers before you go ahead and get a little heavier, okay? Also, we have 55-pound dumbbells, too, as well. People want to do farmers. Hero workout on Saturday, WYK. We did this about 2 years ago. It's 5 back squats that you have to take from the floor. So you'll clean the bar and then back rack it, all right, to do your back squat. 5 rope climb, 400 meter run with a plate. You cannot back rack the barbell. So Saturday on this workout, be mindful, make sure the ropes are clearly away from the bars. This may even be one of those days where you stack people behind one another and they actually face the rope. But Pat, you're running that one, so you'll be fine. But again, just always remind the members, okay, you know, that safety is really important. We want to make sure that we're not in people's way, okay? All right, Sunday is 4-time, 1 GSA loop. That's far. 80 wall ball. That's a lot. 800 meter run, not so bad. 60 dumbbell snatch, probably about 3 minutes to do that. 6 meters, 600 meters on the run, 40 overhead lunge steps. So you'll just hold the dumbbell overhead and either step forward or take a reverse step. Run for 400, 20 burpee to target. See, Evelyn programmed burpee to target just like me. Not saying she's copying. If you've watched this far, not trying to create a controversy with someone who's already a little upset because Ecuador lost 1-0. Okay, ends with a 200-meter run. That's our week. Good talk.